Hello there and welcome to Lead Symphony. And in this video, we're going to go over the basics of the latest interface and how to use it and what to expect from it. So in this view, this is the public view. This is what anyone that's not logged in as a member will see. And we've got a nice demo here. And one of the first things you'll see is we have the picture of the project itself. We have, and this is a real one that's being used at Lightspeed Construction. So what we have is, this is our first cover image that we put in there, and it's got a nice description of what's going on. You can click here to go to the table of contents, and what we have here is when you click on this one, this will be let's go to number 3 first. You can see it immediately goes there, and it has the text and the picture, and when people click on the picture, it blows up. You can go up here and make it as large as you want and move it around. So we'll X out of there, or you can go here and it will upload the title of the pin. You can scroll down. This one has a video that will play. If you go here, it'll go full size, and then we hit escape and we're back here, and we're going to stop this. Again, you can blow this up and get into very much granular details here, and we will stop that. We'll click anywhere and it will close, and then happens to be number 2 down here, so we will go to here, and you can see it opens up, and again it has the ability to blow up the picture and to see a much greater detail. And what happens here is this takes your viewer or your potential client or your client through a logical progression and showing them a story of what's going on with the roof. You can also add more than one cover image. But before we get there, this is the timeline, and this is very valuable because they can scroll down. As you see, these are much larger and it's easier to see. You'll also notice too that this is the area where the pin is located, and whenever you move this dynamically updates, and it'll give them some reference to what this pin is about and where it's about. And if we click on the go to pin, it opens up and it takes them to that area. The other great thing about this, and one of the most valuable features, is we're going to copy this pin, and let's say you're talking about a customer about a portion of the job. And so I'm going to open up a new tab here, and we're going to put this in here, and we will enter it, and it will pop up to that exact pin. It will open up. So when you're on a Zoom call or sharing it with IQ Meeting or one of the other services out there, or even if you're showing them, if they want to show someone else via email or whatever, you can put this in social media and whatnot. It'll take them exactly to where you're talking about it, so they don't have to hunt through the pins or the different cover images. And so this is the timeline, and then we'll scroll down here and we can see the next cover image, and again, it's laid out exactly the same. You can click on the pins or click on the timeline to make these larger. You can also close these if they don't want to get, if you want more compact space, and to open them you simply click on the plus sign. It's very intuitive, and as you can see, it's very, very fast. You can have as many cover images as you like to get the story across for the project. And the larger projects are going to have more cover images, and you could have as many pins as you want as well. So that's the public view. Now let's dive into what it looks like from the view when you're an editor. So as you can see, we've got a couple of different buttons. We can still go view the demo, which we're going to do here, and it opens up. We've got the address information here. There's an exact real map, and we can go back to, I'll show you the other one. This map, it's been anonymized, and it's at the bottom. It will show the city, or even more so, it dials in, and we like to show that it will show the area where it's in from the neighborhood standpoint, if there's a neighborhood in the city that's noted as such by Google. So in this one, you can see all of your timelines are here. Again, you have the ability to see the timeline and all of the cover images, and you can see the edit cover button here. We're going to go in there, and again, it's very straightforward and simple to do. So if now that we're in here, we can add a cover simply by clicking, and I can add as many as I want. Okay, and the line denotes that you haven't, they don't have any content in them. If we were to see this publicly, save this, these do not show up publicly until there's actual content in there. And to move them around, you simply grab it and you can move it anywhere you want. And we can, to delete these, it'll ask you to delete the pin, and of course we do. We're going to do this. Okay, and we'll delete and delete, and you can prevent the dialog from coming up again, but we like to have it in there for a safety measure if you accidentally hit them. But let's put in a pin in this editor, this mode. So we're going to just put the pin in here. We're going to click on it again. We're going to edit it, and it requires you to name the pin. So we're going to call this a brick. We are going to add some text, brick text, and it can be as long as you want, and it should be. Don't skimp on putting these descriptions in here, because this will not only help your user and yourself understand what's going on with the pin and tell the story of their project and what's happening, but it will also help with your SEO. Okay, Google loves fresh content, and the more content you have within limits, you know, I wouldn't put more than a couple hundred words in here at a time, but it definitely helps with your SEO as well. So brick text, and to add media, you simply go up here and you can upload media if you're on a mobile device, or we can go into our media library. And to upload the media, just select your files here. It will be from your mobile device or from your computer, and then we go in here. Here's our media library. I'm just going to put a random picture in here. We're going to insert it into the post, and there it is. Now, we don't want to necessarily put it there, and that was my fault because I didn't put it in there. So let's take a look at this, and you can edit this. And what we want to make sure is we want to go with full size on your images, okay? And then we typically want to center it. You can put the alternative text, which we'll get to later on there, but for now we're just going to put it in here, and boom, there it is. So you have your text. The same goes with videos. Videos work best if you go to YouTube and put in an iframe on this. So in the meantime though, we're first going to just save this pin, and voila, it's there. Now I want to show you another cool feature. This is called editor mode, and this is a more compact view of the whole process. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move this over so that we can see this a little bit better. And what happens is, the great thing about this is, let's say you don't really want to start there, you don't want your two up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take number 2 is down here. We want to make number 3 number 2, so we're just going to move it up there, and you can see it automatically changes these numbers and the order. It also, if we open up the table of contents, if we want to put brick number 1, it changes the table of contents automatically. And so that is there. Showing tags is this option. It takes the numbers out. We don't want to necessarily do that. Table of contents, you can show it or not. I suggest that you do. It's a wonderful feature that helps people not get lost. And you can also have it uploaded on page view, so this is automatically uploaded, then they can hide it. Typically it works best like this, unless it's your option though. And so that's there. You can also hide the timeline widget. Again, you don't really want to do that typically, because it takes out so much information and it will not help you with Google. But let's go take a look at this pin or this cover image without that. To get back to the regular mode, you just click off of there, and you can see underneath here there's no timeline. The timeline has been disabled, and there's no lines connecting it. It still shows up so you can understand what's going on with it. And you can also make the timeline available here. Now you see these lines are connected and there's no error warning. The last thing I want to show you is let's go add a new demo, and this is super duper easy. So you're going to put your title in here, and I'm going to be real brief about this. We'll put a description, new job, and we're good to go there. So if you have a demo release, this is so you need to get the permission of your customers to use the pictures on there, especially if you have them in it. Okay, so you got to make sure that you do that, and you can make this public or private so that only logged in users can see it. So we're going to say that we did get a release from this. First thing we need to do is add our featured image. So again, same process. You can upload it or not. We're going to use we'll use this picture again here. We're going to select it. So our featured image is in there. We're going to select your categories, which you can load up in there. So I'm just going to call this my jobs. We're going to the keyword, and again, you can put your keywords in there. Maybe if you're doing roofs, if you're doing roof repairs, if you're doing concrete repairs, whatever those are, you put those in there so that your people that are your team doesn't have to put them in there, and you select those which is best for what type of work you do. Customer name, John Smith. And then their cell, and you put in the phone number 554 444 234. Customer email, any email. Let's see what we had in there. Any at email.com. And for an address, we'll just put in Knoxville, Tennessee for now, and you can type the exact address in there, and then we'll add new. So we're good. It's saving everything, and boom, there it is. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to add a cover. So we're same process again. So title, first picture, and we're going to grab the image here. Again, we're just going to grab this one. Poof, it's in there. Add cover. And our cover's in there. So now we have that. Now we've got our cover in here, and it's great. So we can immediately start putting in pins. So we'll put a pin here, edge of gutter. And for this one, we already went over how to add the media. I'm going to show you how to add a video. So you can do this with Vimeo or any other, or YouTube or any other hosting service. So what you want to do is you want to go into Share, and then you want to go to Embed, and then you're going to hit Copy, and it copies this code here. And then we are going to go back to this area here. So we're going to, this is a happy customer, or whatever the video is about. We're going to space down. We're going to go to text mode, and then underneath this we're going to hit we're going to paste in the code. We're going to go back to visual mode, and there it is. We're going to save the changes, and boom, there's your video. And then you can go back through and add as many other pins as you like. And so we've got an empty pin there. We're going to again, we're going to do the table of contents, show tags, and do the timeline widget, and we are good there. So we're going to, everything's in there. We're going to refresh the page because it has to go pull in the new information that's there, and there you have it. There's our magnification of the area where we put the pin in. There's a pin that we haven't put any information in it, and we're good to go. So that's a quick overview of how to use the new Lead Symphony. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact us via email, or you can call. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and looking forward to your feedback. Take care.